Okay, let's look at question 1. Convert 77 to a number in base 2. To do this, okay, we are going to divide 77 by 2 since we are converting 77 to base 2. Alright, so the first 7 divided by 2 is 3, remainder 1, you bring the remainder here. This will be 17. 17 divided by 2, what will it give us? Yeah, that's 8. So 77 divided by 2 is 38, but there is a remainder 1. Okay, so 2 can still go. 38 divided by 2, 3 divided by 2 is 1, you bring the remainder here. 18 divided by 2 is 9, so 38 divided by 2 is 19. We have remainder 0, no remainder. 19 divided by 2 will give us 9, remainder 1. 9 divided by 2 will give us 4, remainder 1. 4 divided by 2 will give us 2, remainder 0. 2 divided by 2 will give us 1, remainder 0. So bring the 0 here, bring the last one here. From down you count upwards. Okay, that's how to convert to base 2. So we have 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and then the last one. What I have is in base 2. So let's look for the right option. That's option A. Quickly, I'm going to take this again. So all you need to do is to be dividing by 2. Write out your remainder if there's remainder. If there's no remainder, you put down 0. Okay, so once you're done dividing, you count from the down last part here and you count upward. That's why my arrow is like that. Now let's look at question 2. Question 2 says express the product of 0.06 and 0.09 in standard form. So we have 0.06 times 0.09. We are supposed to express this in standard form. To make this very easy for you, I'm going to tell you to ignore the 0 first. Just multiply 6 and 9. 9 times 6 will give us 54. Write it down. Then check how many zeros do we have. 4 of them. Now I'm going to put them before 54 since they are before the digits there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's check the decimal. We have 2 decimal here, we have 2 decimal here. All together we have 4 decimals, right? So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, put my point here. So 0.06 times 0.09 will give me 0.0054. Well, this is not an answer. This is just the product of these two numbers. But the question says we should express the product in standard form. To express this in standard form, I'm going to write it out again. 0.0054. Okay, so from the decimal, I'm going to count down till I get to the first digits. Alright, so I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. Now my decimal, I've gotten to the first digit. So I'll have 5 points. You can see where I moved the decimal to 5.4. Now, how many places did I count before I got to the first digit? 3 places. Now, it's going to be 10 times 10 raised to the power 3. But because I counted to the right, it's going to be minus 3. But if you count to the left, it is going to be plus 3. So the right option will be A. 5.4 times 10 raised to the power minus 3. I hope that is clear. Question 3. Indices. Simplify 36 raised to the power 1 over 2 times 64 raised to the power minus 1 over 3 times 5 raised to the power 0. Now I want you to know that this 1 over 2, any number raised to the power of 1 over 2 means square root of that number. So 36 1 over 2 simply means square root of 36 times, now according to the law of indices, this minus here means this is 1 over 64 1 over 3 times 5 raised to the power 0. Okay, so this will give me root 36 times 1 over, just the way 1 over 2 means square root, 1 over 3 means cube root. So 1 over cube root of 64. In indices, anything raised to the power of 0 is 1 times 1, because this is 5 raised to the power of 1. So the square root of 36 is 6 times the square root, cube root of 64 is 4. It's 4 because 4 times 4 times 4 will give us 64. And the square root of 36 is 6 because 6 times 6 will give us 36. So this will be 4 times 1. So 6 times 1, 1. 6 times 1, 6 times 1, 6. So we have 6 over 4. Divide both sides by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 4 divided by 2 is 2. How many times can 3 be divided by 2? 1, remainder 1 over 2. So the right option is D. So I'm going to underline it here. Now to question 4. Find the 8th term of the AP here. Okay, to get the n term, there is a formula we use. Un equals A plus bracket n minus 1 close bracket D, where A is the first term, n is the nth term, and D is the common difference. So we are looking for the 8th term. So U, the 8th term, equals, the first term here is minus 3 plus bracket. The term we are looking for, that's the 8th term, minus 1. To get the common difference, just do the second term minus the first term, or the third term minus the second term. So let's just do minus 1 minus 3. Okay, minus 1, you know, minus times minus is plus, plus 3. I have 3. Remove 1 from 3, I'll still have 2. I'll be left with 2. So the difference here is 2. So minus 3 plus 8 minus 1, it's 7 times 2. That's what it means. Since there is no symbol here, it means 2 is multiplying the term inside the bracket. This will give me minus 3 plus 7 times 2 is 14. Okay, I have 14. Remove 3 from 14, I'll still have 11. So the right option is B. Okay, I hope that is clear. Now to question 5. Simplify the square root of 96 plus square root of 54 minus square root of 24. This is solved. So I'm going to quickly think of a number that, well, is a factor of all these numbers that I can get a perfect square from. Okay, what do I mean? Here we have square root of 96 plus square root of 54 minus square root of 24. Okay, I think 6 is a factor of all numbers. For 96, 16 times 6 will give me 96, plus for 54, 9 times 6 will give me 54. For 24, 4 times 6 will give me 24. Now I use 6 because you can see 16 is a perfect square. 4 times 4 is 16, 9 is a perfect square, 4 is a perfect square. So this is the same thing as root 16, root 6. No, breaking this down because the square root is affecting both of them, plus root 9, root 6, minus root 4, root 6. The square root of 16 is 4 root 6, plus the square root of 9 is 3 root 6, minus the square root of 4 is 2 root 6. Okay, Since they are the same, I can add 4 root 6 plus 3 root 6 will give me 4 plus 3, 7 root 6. 4 plus 3 is 7 root 6. Now minus 2 root 6. So the final answer will be 7 minus 2, 5 root 6. So that's how to solve. The right answer is D. Okay, we are going to move over to question 6. Now, question 6 asks us to calculate the intercept of the straight line equation 4x plus 2y equals to 5. I want you to know that the slope-intercept form of a line is given by y equals mx plus b. Here, m is a slope and b is the y-intercept. So our equation needs to be rearranged into this form. Okay, rearranging that will have 2y equals 5. Now move 4x to the right hand side. Let me clean the 5. Okay, 4x is a positive number. As it crosses over here, it will turn to a negative number, but 5 is already a positive number, so this will be plus 5. Okay, now we need to make y to stand alone, all right, so that it can actually be like in this form. All right, to do that, we divide through by 2. So you divide this side by 2, divide this side by 2, divide this side by 2. So 2 cancels 2. You can see that y is standing on its own now. 4 divided by 2 is 2 here. So minus 2x plus 5 over 2. By comparing this equation now, like compare this, what we have here, to the slope-intercept form, we can say that the m here represent minus 2, and then the b represent 5 over 2, because I said the b is the intercept. That's this, and that's what we are looking for, the intercept. So it's 5 over 2. 5 over 2, 5 divided by 2 is 2, remainder 1 over 2. So the right option is A. Okay, let's look at question 7. Two numbers, 24x and 31y, are equal in value when converting to base 10. Find the equation connecting x and y. So let's express them in base 10. So we have 2, this is in base x. So 2 times x, now let this be 0, let this be 1. So 2 times x raised to power 1 plus 2 times x, sorry, the other number is 4, not 2, so hold on, need to erase this. Okay, plus 4 times x raised to power 0. Okay, now equals same thing here, 0, 1, 3 times y raised to power 1 plus 1 times y raised to power 0. Okay, so 2 times x is 2x plus, in math, anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. So what we have here will be 1. 4 times 1 is 4, equals 3 times y will give me 3y plus y raised to the power 0 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So we now have to just reshuffle what we have. Okay, so 2x here, let's move plus 4 to the right hand side, equals 3y plus 1, as plus 4 crosses to this other side, because we are looking for the equation connecting x one side, y the other side, plus 4 changes to minus 4. So 2x will give me 3y plus 4 minus 4. I'm owing 4 and I pay 1, I'll still be owing 3, minus 3. Okay, I think I've gotten my answer, but let me express it properly over here. Okay, so 2x equals 3y minus 3. Let's factorize this. 2x, what do they have in common? I can pick out 3 from both sides. So if I remove 3, I'll be left with y here, minus I'll be left with 1 here. So if I use the 3 which is outside the bracket to multiply the terms inside the bracket, 3 times y will give me 3y minus 3 times 1, 3. So I will get this back. So this is my answer. And the right option there is A. Okay, question 8. If x minus 3 in bracket is a factor of the quadratic equation, s squared minus kx minus 21 equals 0, where k is a constant, find the value of k. This is easy. If x minus 3 is a factor, so if x minus 3 equals to 0, move minus 3 to the right hand side, x equals to 3. So substitute the value of x as 3 into the equation. In the equation, s squared plus kx minus 21 will give me 0. So when x is 3, we have 3 squared. Just replace x with 3 plus replace x with 3, 3k. Okay, minus 21 equals to 0. I hope this is clear. Okay, now 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 3k minus 21 equals to 0. So I'll move this term to the right hand side so that 3k can stand alone. 3k standing alone. As minus 21 crosses to the right hand side, it changes to plus 21. The minus will go. 9 is a positive number. As it crosses to the right hand side to meet 21, it changes to minus 9. So 3k, 21 minus 9, what will it give us? 12. To get k, divide both sides by 3. 3 cancels 3. 12 divided by 3 will give me 4. So k equals 4. The right answer is B. Okay, let's look at question 9. Hold on. Question 9. If the solutions of the pairs of equations 2x plus 3y equals p and 3x minus y equals q are x equals minus 1 and y equals 2, find p and q. Okay, let's write out this equation. The first one, 2x plus 3y equals p. That's what we have here. And 3x minus y equals q. That's what we have here as well. So when x equals minus 1, y equals 2. So wherever you have x, replace it with minus 1. Where you have y, replace it with 2. So 2, I have x here, it becomes minus 1 plus 3, I have y here. So the y will be 2 equals to p. For the second equation, so let this be equation 1. We have 3x is minus 1 minus y is 2 equals q. Let this be equation 2. Now from equation 1, 2 times minus 1 give me minus 2 plus 3 times 2, 6. Okay, equals to q. So q equals, I have 6, remove 2 from 6, I'll be left with 4. Sorry, from equation 1 is p, not q. So I'm going to take this again. Sorry about this. So from this equation here, okay, 2 times minus 1 minus 2 plus 3 times 2, 6 equals p, not q. Okay, so p equals, remove 2 from 6, my answer will be 4. Okay, from equation 2, 3 times minus 1 will give me minus 3. Then minus 2 equals to q. Right? That's from equation 2. I'm going 3 minus 2 minus 3 minus 2 will give me minus 5. Minus 5 equals to Q. So I have two answers, 4 and minus 5. So let's look for the right options. The right option, minus 5 and 4, minus 5 and 4. Yeah, that's B. P is 4, Q is minus 5. Now let's go over to question 10. Okay, so question 10. A sales girl give a change of 1.15 to a customer instead of 1.25. Calculate a percentage error. So the first thing we need to do is to calculate the error. So the error, okay, hold on, let me clean this. Okay, so the error will give me 1.25 minus 1.15. 5 minus 5, 0, 2 minus 1, 1.0. So we have the error, the percentage error now, which is what we are looking for. The error over 1.10 or 1.1 over the right amount, which is 1.25 times 100 over 1. That's how to express in percentage. Okay, 0.1 times 100 will give me 10 over 1.25. So I just multiplied the numerator to get 10. Since my divisor has two decimals, I need to make it a whole number by counting 1, 2. Since I counted 2 places, I'll add 2 zeros to the numerator. So I'm going to have 1000 now, divide by 125. Divide both sides by 5. Divide this side by 5, you get 200. Divide the denominator, which is 125, by 5, it will give us 25. Divide 200 by 5, okay, divide both sides by 5. So let's divide 200 by 5, it will give you 40. Divide 25 by 5, it will give you 5. 40 divided by 5 will give you 8. So the right answer is C, 8%. Okay, so question 11. What value of K makes the given expression a perfect square? This is very easy. To solve questions like this, take half the coefficient of m and squared. The coefficient of m is 8. So you take half of the coefficient of m. Okay, so half of this will give me minus 4. Then you square whatever you have. So I've squared it now. So minus 4 times minus 4. Minus times minus is plus. So my answer will be 16, which is D. Okay, question 12. If log 10Q equals 2.7078. Okay, now to get Q using law of indices, Q will be this 10 to the right, 10 raised to power 2.7078. To get our answer, now just look for the antilog. The antilog of 2.7078. The antilog will give us 510.2. So the right option is C. Okay, so let's look at question 13. If 3 log, okay, let me write this out again. 3 log A plus 5 log A minus 6 log A equals 64. The first thing we need to do using law of indices, we move the numbers before the log to the front to come as power of a. So this will give me log a raised to power 3 plus log a. So the basis will be the same, raised to power 5 minus log a raised to power 6 equals 64. Step 1. I hope this is clear. Now from what I've done, using the law of indices, so log, since the bases are the same, which is a, okay, times a is 3, the other a is raised to power 5, okay, minus log a raised to power 6 equals to 64. Now since the bases are the same and they are multiplying each other, so you add up the exponents, like the powers, according to the law of indices. So this will give me log, you pick one of the base, a, 3 plus 5 is 8, now minus log a raised to power 6 equals to 64. Now using the law of indices, if you have bases that are the same and they are multiplying each other, what do? It actually means division. So this same thing as log, hold on, sorry, so this same thing as log bracket a raised to power 8 divided by a raised to power 6 equals to 64. Okay, now at this point, according to the law of indices, if bases are the same and are, if they are dividing, it means subtraction. So log, pick one of the a 8 minus 6 equals to 64. Okay, now at this point, log a, 8 minus 6 is 2, equals to 64. Yeah, I've really broken this down. So a square equals to 64. That's what I worked for, like why I have to go through this whole process. So square both sides so that you can get the value of a. So this square breaks the square root. A equals to square root of 64 is 8. So the right answer is C. I'm going to underline this. Okay, question 14. Let's factorize what we have here. 2x squared plus x minus 15. To factorize this, you use the first term to multiply the last term. 2x squared times minus 15 give me minus 30 s squared, right? So you think of factors of minus 30, that if you multiply you get minus 30 s squared, but if you add you get plus x. So I'm going to use 6x minus 5x. So 6x times minus 5x will give me minus 30s squared. 6x minus 5x will give me plus x. So I'll pick these two factors and replace the middle term. So 2x squared plus 6x minus 5x minus 15. So I can put them in bracket, like just group them. The terms inside the first bracket will check for what they have in common, which is 2x. If I remove 2x from the first term, I'll be left with x plus, since I've removed 2x, I'll be left with 3. Okay, so 2x times x will give me back 2x squared. 2x times 3 will give me back 6x. So if I remove minus 5 here, I'll be left with x plus 3 as well. Minus 5 times x will give me minus 5x. Minus 5 times plus 3 will give me minus 15. Then since the terms inside the bracket are the same, you pick one. X plus 3, I picked one. Then put this inside a different bracket, 2x minus 5. So I'm done. So this same thing, this, or you write this first, it's the same thing, 2x minus 5 bracket x plus 3. So let's look for the right option. 2x minus 5, 2x minus 5, yeah, C is the right option there. Okay, now to question 15. If log A10 equals 4, okay, what is A. Now I want you to know that the general rule that allows us to move back and forth between the logarithm and exponent, that's if you have ax equals y, implies log y now, or log a raised to power y equals x. So we are going to apply this for question 15. So log a 10 equals 4, just like what we have here. We give me 10 raised to power 4 equals a. So a will give me 10 raised to power 4 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 10,000. So the right option is E, 10,000. Okay, question 16. Let's factorize what we have. 5y squared plus 2ay minus 3a squared. To factorize this, I'll multiply the first term and the last term. 5 times 3 plus minus 15a squared y squared. Like we did in the previous example, I'm going to quickly think of factors of minus 15. I'm going to use 5ay minus 3ay. So 5 times minus 3 is minus 15. 8 times a squared, y times y squared. And this minus this will give me this middle term. So I'll use both of them to replace the middle term. So 5y squared plus 5ay minus 3ay minus 3a squared. Alright, so I'm going to group them this again. Okay, so pick out what they have in common. I'm removing 5y from the first bracket, so I'll be left with y for the first term, plus I'll be left with a for the second term. So I'm removing minus 3a from the second bracket. I'll be left with y plus a as well. So if you use the term outside the bracket to multiply the term inside the bracket here, you get the same, you get this. Alright, so pick what is common. Since these two are the same, I'll pick one, y plus a, then put this in the bracket. So 5y minus 3a. So I'll factorize my answer. Let's look for it. 5y minus 3a, y plus a. So that's the right answer. A is the right answer. Okay, let's look at question 17. Okay, we've done something similar to this. What must be added to s squared minus 3s to make a perfect square? So we just need to have the coefficient of s and square it. The coefficient of s is minus 3. So half this means divide by 2. Okay, then you square. Minus 3 times minus 3 will give me 9. 2 times 2 will give me 4. So my right answer is A. So question 18. Okay, we are made to express in standard form. We have 0.000834. Just move the decimal till you get to the first digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8.34. I move 4 places, so 10 times 10 raised to power minus 4. Because I move 4 places to the right, that's why it's minus. If it's 4 places to the left, it will be 10 raised to power 4, no minus. So the right answer is A. Okay, question 19. Let's simplify this. We have 0.027 minus 1 over 3. Let's express this as a fraction first. To make 0.027 a fraction, you count 1, 2, 3. It's something as 27 over 1000. Okay, that is same thing. Now minus 1 over 3. Mind you, using law of indices, this minus means 1 over 27 over 1000. Now 1/3. That's what it means. So I can rewrite this as this 1/3 is affecting everything. 1 divided by the 1/3 means cube root of 27, which is 3 over cube root of 1000 is 10, because 10 times 10 times 10 in 3 places is 1000. 3 times 3 times 3 in 3 places is 27. So 1 is something as 1/1. You flip, change the division to times and flip. 10 upward, 3 down. Know this rule in fraction. So 1 times 10 is 10 over 3. How many times can 10 be divided by 3? 3, remainder 1/3. So the right option is A. Let's look at question 20. By selling some crates of soft drinks for 600 naira, a dealer makes a profit of 50%. How much did the seller pay for the drinks? Yeah, the selling price was given by selling, so selling price SP equals 600 naira. Cost price was not given, but I want you to know that in fraction, cost price is always 100%. Here, profit was given as 50%. Again, selling price equals cost price plus profit. That being the case, selling price in percentage will be 100% plus 50%, which will give me 150%. So I'm looking for the cost price. What you're looking for is always the numerator, 100%, which is the cost price, divided by selling price 150 times the amount, which is 600. 0 cancel 0. Okay, divide both sides by 3. 3 here 5, 3 here 200, 5 here 1. 5 into 200 is 40. So 40 times this 10 will give me 400 naira. So the right option is D. Question 21. Solve the simultaneous equation. We have x plus y equals to, let this be equation 1, 3x minus 2y equals 1. Let this be equation 2. Now we can choose to use substitution or elimination method, but let me just use substitution method. So from equation 1, let's make x the subject of the formula. So 2, move plus y to meet 2, plus y changes to minus y. I can let this be equation 3. Substitute this value in equation 2. In equation 2, 3, where you have x, replace it with the value of x. Here x equals this, so x will give me 2 minus y, close bracket, minus 2y equals 1. Now use 3 to expand the bracket. 3 times 2, 6, minus 3 times y, 3y, minus 2y equals 1. So 6 minus 3y minus 2y will give me minus 5y equals 1. Let's collect like terms. So this is, I'll leave 6 there, but I'll move 1 to meet 6. It becomes minus 1 equals, move 5y to the right, the minus will go. 6 minus 1 is 5 equals 5y. To get y, divide both sides by 5. Yeah, 5 cancels 5. 5 into 5 is 1. So I've gotten the value of y. Y equals 1. Okay, go back to equation 3. X equals 2 minus, now y is 1 minus 1. So x will be 2 minus 1, 1. So y is 1, x is 1. So x is 1, y is 1. The right answer is B. Okay, question 22. If the second and fourth terms, okay, if the second and fourth terms of a GP are 8 and 32 respectively, what is the sum of the first 4 terms? So what do we do here? If the second and fourth terms of a GP, now what we need to do, from the expression given, the second term has been given as, the second and fourth term of a GP are 8 and 32. So second term is 8. So Let's start. A, okay, first term is A, second term is A arrow, third term A arrow 2, fourth term A arrow raised by 3. Okay, it comes in that form for GP. So second term A arrow equals to 8. Then fourth term 1, 2, 3, 4 comes this way. A arrow raised by 3 equals to 32. Now we are going to divide 2 by 1. So let me write it here. Divide 2 by 1. So 2 A arrow cube equals 32 divided by A arrow equals 8. I'm trying to get R. A cancels A. 32 divided by 8 is 4. Arrow cube divided by arrow into this. We remove 1. I'll be left with R2. So R2 equals to 4. To get R, I'll square both sides. 2 square cancels square root. R equals square root of 4 is 2. With what I have here, you can just go back to this first time. Since AR equals to 8, so let's get A. R is 2 equals to 8. To get A, divide both sides by 2, the coefficient of R. 2 cancels 2. 2 into 8 is 4. So A is 4. So I've gotten A and I've gotten R. Now we can now use our formula, which is X equals A bracket Rn. Okay, this formula is for sum of first n terms of a GP. So minus 1 close bracket R minus 1. So you can check up this formula. R minus 1 here. So X, this will give me, what is A? A is 4 bracket R raised to power what was sum of the first 4 terms. So R is 2 raised to power 4 minus 1. R is 2 again minus 1. I'm just using the formula for bracket 2 in 4 places. 2 times 2 4 times 2 8 times 2. Let me show you what I'm doing in 4 places. So it's 4 8 16. 16 minus 1 equals 2 minus 1 is 1. 4. 16 minus 1 is 15. So 4 times 15 will give me 60. That's D. Okay, so question 23. Which of the following is not a quadratic expression? You know, quadratic expression is in this form: AS squared plus BX plus C equals 0. So I can say C is not a quadratic equation. Question 24. The fourth term of an AP is 13. Okay? The fourth term is 13 while the 10th term is 31. Find the 21st term. This question, okay, so A, if we use A plus n minus 1, okay, this is the formula we need. For the fourth term now, let's use this and find the fourth term, which is this should be equals to 13. So the first term, the fourth term, so A plus, replace this n with 4. 4 minus 1 is 3, so I have 3D equals to 13. Let this be equation 1. So why the 10th term is 31? We'll do the same for the 10th term. A plus, replace the n with 10. 10 minus 1 will give me 9D equals to what? 31. Let this be equation 2. Now at this point you subtract equation 1 from equation 2. Yes. So what is equation 2? A plus 9D equals 31. Now subtract equation 1 from this. A plus 3D equals to 13. Alright, a minus a we go 0. Subtract 3d from 9d, you'll be left with 6d. Now subtract, borrow 1 from here, 2, 11 minus 3, 8, 2 minus 1, 18. To get d, divide both sides by 6, 6 cancels 6. D will give me 18 divided by 6, 3. I have d now, the difference. Now that I have the difference, so we can just go back from probably equation 1 or 2. So let's start from equation 1, where a plus 3d is 13. A plus 3, instead of d, I'm going to put 3 equals 13. So a plus 3 times 3, 9, equals 13. To get a collect like times 13, move 9 to the other side, so a is 4. Okay, I have my first term, that's why I did all this. I have my first term, a as 4, and the difference as 3. So let's look for the 21st term. 21st term, using a plus bracket 21st, so 21 minus 1, using our normal formula, and d. This a is what? Yeah, a is 4. 4 plus 21 minus 1 is 20, times the difference, which is 3. 4 plus 20 times 3, 60. So 4 plus 60 is 64. That's the 21st term, C. Okay. Question 25. The exterior angles of a pentagon are all this. I want you to know that the sum of all exterior angles of a polygon is 360. So for pentagon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So x squared, okay, x plus 6 plus x plus 11 plus x plus 17 plus x plus 26, everything should give me 360. So how many x do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X plus x in 5 places give me 5x plus 6 plus 11, 17 plus 17, 34. 34 plus 26 is 60, equals 360. Collect like terms, move 60 to the right hand side. 5x will give me 360 minus 60. 5x will give me 360 minus 60 is 300. Okay, to get x, divide both sides by 5. So x will give me 300 divided by 5 will give me 60 degree. That's if you divide this side by 5 and also divide this side by 5. 5 cancels 5, so 300 divided by 5 is 60, which is C. Alright, thank you all for staying with me. I'm going to stop here for today. In the next episode, I'm going to start from question 26 and solve all the way to question 50, because we are looking at 50 questions for SS3, like those people that just moved from SS2 to SS3. So I think these the questions I've gone through are very important for those of you in senior secondary classes, no matter the class you are right now. Like, it doesn't matter if you're in SS1, SS2 or SS3. This will definitely help you to prepare for SSCE, be it NECO, WAEC or GCE. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for being in IDC Learning Center channel. I hope to see you in the next episode. For now, I'm going to say bye.